Welcome to the PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got Week 6 highlights, Week 7 previews, and 3 quick questions with
Rattlers all day, baby.
So buckle up and get ready. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by FPS Design. Graphic and web design, sports marketing, and more. Go to fpsdesignstudios.com. Also by Hat Tricks Music and Media. Audio production, graphic design, social media management, and more. This week, for 3 quick questions, we've got from the North Bay Rattlers, Terence Bell, Joe Ramos, Buddy Connor, and Primey Davis. All right, guys, first question. Why do you still play the game?
Play the game for the love, man, for the love and for my brothers.
Play just to come out here and for the camaraderie with the team, compete, just have some fun.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood, really, nothing gives me what football could give me, and most people don't understand that. I don't expect them to, but it keeps me coming back.
I play the game because I've been playing ever since I was 8 years old. This is my first love. Never scratch that.
Sorry, Primey, no second takes. All right, next question. What do you love most about the game?
Winning. I'm in love with winning and seeing my brothers be successful, and whatever I can do to help in that process, that's what I love most about the game.
What I like most about the game is competitiveness. Getting to play another good team every week, competing for that win.
Probably knocking another man to the ground, man. I can't lie. There's not many better feelings than taking another man's soul on the football field.
I like the adrenaline rush and the camaraderie with teammates, just building that bond with each other, and the excitement all together, all around excitement of the game.
Okay, guys, last question. What teams do you look forward to playing and why?
This is always the next game, man. I'm always looking at the next game. I don't want to look too far in advance. My job as a quarterback is to stay focused on that opponent that week, and that's all I'm thinking about.
The Fury and the Patriots, because, I mean, they always bring it, and it's always good games.
Well, if you would ask me before the season, I would have definitely said the Fury. But given the last couple weeks, I would say that there's a few of them on the list. So I'm pretty much ready to get redemption on everybody.
The Patriots, we got to get that get back, and the Fury is always on my get back list for sure. And plus, I get along, got a lot of friends, close friends on those teams.
Awesome. Thank you guys, and good luck with the rest of your season. Now let's get to the highlights. The Stallions are deep in underdog territory, and Jake Heronshaw gets pushed out, throws a pass up, and it's picked by Kyrie Hunt. In the second quarter, Levi Bloxton disrupts the handoff, forces the fumble, and Kenny Visor takes it the distance for the score. Running back Jordan DeLeon finished the day with 12 carries for 126 yards and a touchdown, including this 58-yarder. But the underdogs get back on the move. Here, Clifton Sorrell finds Dominic Gonzalez on the sideline. The underdogs make it into the red zone, but it's a fumble, and A.J. Langslet takes it the other way. Looking to avoid the tackle, he tosses it back to Levi Bloxton to pick up extra yardage. And in the fourth quarter, Johnny Salazar comes down with the pick for the underdogs. Which sets up this Sorrell pass to Raymond Griffin for the touchdown. Your final score is Silver State Stallions 36, Sacramento Underdogs 6. Despite an early penalty negating a long touchdown run, Joe Ramos had the Rattlers on the move again. Terence Bell drops back to pass, but he's flushed out of the pocket, so he takes off. And he hits the pylon for the score. The Kings' ensuing possession was cut short as Sorrell Davis picked the ball off. And Joe Ramos punched it in for the touchdown. This time the Kings answer back. Kevin Matos is wide open for the touchdown. It's a handoff, Nope, it's a reverse. Nope, it's a reverse pass to Corey Vidulich, who gets him in the Rattler red zone. And the Kings are able to capitalize with this touchdown toss. In the third quarter, Terence Bell finds Bobby Gilroy down the sidelines. And nope, he wasn't touched. Touchdown. And the Rattlers defense turns opportunistic with a pair of picks by Daniel Garber. This time, Terence Bell finds Lee Slaughter open for the score. And on defense, it's another pair of picks by Daniel Garber. Miles Gates came in at quarterback here, getting some early chemistry with Lee Slaughter down the sideline, which results in Miles' first touchdown as a Rattler to Lee Slaughter. And Daniel Garber comes down with his 5th interception of the day to end the game. And your final score is North Bay Rattlers 35, Elk Grove Kings 12. From the smallest of buildings to the largest, the simplest to the most detailed, and everything in between, Crandall Roofing is the company for your next roofing job. New roof construction, re-roof, flat or sloped, commercial or residential, Crandall Roofing does it all. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to crandallroofing.com for more information. Crandall Roofing has you covered. The Fury strike quickly as Kyle Providence gets behind the defender and takes it the distance for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion is good as Michael Greer takes it in. Cody Allen finds Joey Hewlett on the sideline, who makes a move to get into the end zone. Welcome back Tobias Sanders, who has an outstanding run here. That run sets up this touchdown pass to Kyle Providence. Robert Atkinson has some luck moving the ball down the field. Here he finds Robert Niels on the sideline. Atkinson rolls out. He's looking for Eloy Portela, but it's picked off by James Kilson. Fury ball from the 24, and Cody Allen finds Terrence McGee, who takes it the distance. 76 yards and the touchdown. And Joey Hewlett is good for the 2-point conversion. But the Spartans just can't catch any breaks. Here, a bad snap costs them some field position. And the Fury get the ball back, and Michael Greer takes it in for the touchdown. And the Fury just put more points on the board. Aaron Wallace tosses one up, and Desmond Hatton comes down with it. They were able to make another completion, but they weren't able to score. The Spartans got closer to pay dirt, but Jadrian Reyes picked the ball off. And your final score is Capital City Fury 58, Salinas Valley Spartans nothing.
Watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
A couple of early runs by Havelock Pamele put the Patriots in field goal range. And Danny Betancourt capitalizes from 46 yards out. A Russell Garner return gives the Sun Devils good field position, but Brandon Gooch and Alonzo Sweets stuff the run. And then Alonzo Sweets and Karan Armstrong kill the drive with this sack. In the second quarter, Pascual Gonzalez ties the game up. After an exchange of possession, Francisco Maia puts the Pats ahead with the pick six. The point after is good, and it's 10-3 Patriots. The Sun Devils are in striking distance, but Nate Allen saves the score with this interception. And Ronnie Isles takes the shovel pass in for 6. Another PAT extends the Patriot lead. A strip sack by Ace Patterson puts the Patriots in excellent position. And Havelock Pamele goes to work, running the clock, moving the chains. doesn't stop there, this time taking it in for the touchdown. And your final score is South Bay Patriots 24, California Sun Devils 3. The Raiders capped their first drive with this McLeod rushing touchdown. Their next series didn't end so well with a botched punt. But the Raiders defense held and didn't allow the Dogs to score in the red zone. In the second quarter, Raiders defensive tackle Michael Holland blocks the field goal attempt. And on the next drive, the Dogs pick the ball off and take it back for the touchdown. But the Raiders weren't going to go down without a fight. Chris McLeod rolls out and hits Frankie Martinez for a 50-yard bomb. That sets up John Willis, who rushes the A-gap for 6, extending the lead. But the Dogs answer back with a kick return touchdown and extra point to take the lead 13-12. In the third quarter, the Dogs score on this rushing touchdown to extend their lead by 8. Near the end of the third, the Dogs threw another TD, but the Raiders answered back with this quarterback sneak. With time running out, the Raiders aren't giving up. Here, Chris McLeod hooks up with Leon Glover for this huge gain. That sets the Raiders up for a potential game-tying touchdown, and John Smith Willis takes it in. The Raiders need to convert the 2-point conversion, but the ball's batted away to save the game. And your final score is Fresno Dogs Elite 26, Modesto Raiders 24. Walker Cabling is a professional structured cabling contractor that specializes in data center, copper cabling, and fiber optics. They provide custom infrastructure installations in order to help your company meet its communication needs. Walker Cabling, quality matters. In the first quarter, quarterback Javon Cherry hits Martell Scoggins for the touchdown. On their next possession, Cherry hits John McDowell, who picks up the first down. Here, Javon shows how much of a dual threat he is, both through the air and as a runner. And Javon Cherry finds Marvin Lamb for the touchdown. 2 points no good, 12-0. But the Falcons answer back as Will Kilday hits his target. And Nate Harrison takes it the rest of the way for the touchdown. But the Lions answer back, and Javon Cherry finds Jamie January, who catches it at the 28 and then makes his way across and up the field for the score. And the 2-point conversion is good with this Martell Scoggins run. Adam Edwards gets up the field for the Falcons, forces and recovers the fumble, which results in Will Kilday finding Nick Breland for the touchdown. Will Kilday strikes again before the end of the half, bringing them within 1. This sack by Darren Dozier set up a touchdown punt return by Marvin Lamb. And here Logan Hollis hits Jamie January to seal the deal. And your final score is NorCal Lions 42, Delta Valley Falcons 33. Let's take a look at some of the performers of the week.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
This game will have some massive playoff implications for the Tier 2 championship. The rest of the Kings' schedule is all Tier 2 opponents. If they win out, they could easily be the top seed. The Spartans have 4 Tier 2 matchups, 2 of which are against the Kings. That's a lot of meaningful games. Can they get back to being that juggernaut they were at the beginning of the season? The Kings take on the Spartans this Saturday at Rabobank Stadium. Kickoff's at 1 o'clock. While the Raiders have lost some close games, that shows they've been able to compete. A win here could easily put them on track to being the 3rd or 4th playoff seed depending on how the schedule shakes out. The Jets, meanwhile, need this win to cement their division record, as they only have 1 Tier 2 game after this. Who wants it more? The Modesto Raiders take on the Merced County Jets this Saturday, Minarets High School, 3 o'clock kickoff. The Dogs have a little bit of an uphill battle for this game, for two reasons: travel and facing a Tier 1 opponent. If they travel light, they're going to have a tough time against the Silver State Stallions. The Stallions just need to minimize the self-inflicted wounds of turnovers that's hurt them in the past. The Fresno Dogs Elite take on the Silver State Stallions at DeMonte Ranch High School at 6 o'clock. Sponsored by Calneva Resort and Casino, the rebirth of a legend. After a big win against the Jets, the underdogs seem to come out a little flat this week. They're going to need to be precise in their execution and not turn the ball over to a Sun Devil team who will take advantage of that. The Sun Devils are a solid team, but they need to keep the turnovers to a minimum. The Sacramento Underdogs take on the California Sun Devils this Saturday, Chico High School. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock, sponsored by Pit River Casino. There's a lot of similarities with these two teams, and Week 1 seems like a long time ago. After losing that first matchup, the Lions haven't lost a game since. They're going to need that momentum on their side against a Fury team who, over the last couple of weeks, seems to have gotten a bit of their mojo back. Can they keep that up against a team who's beaten two of the best this season? The Lions take on the Fury this Saturday at Foothill High School. Kickoffs at 5 o'clock, sponsored by Built to Hustle Clothing and Apparel. I said it before, I'll say it again. Week 1 seems like a long time ago. The Patriots are at their best when they play mistake-free football. They're going to need to be against a North Bay Rattler team who's gotten better and better at taking the ball away from opponents this season. The key for the Rattlers won't just be taking it away, but it'll be taking advantage of those opportunities when given to them. The South Bay Patriots take on the North Bay Rattlers this Saturday at Windsor High School. Kickoffs at 3 o'clock. Sponsored in part by Crandall Roofing. Call for your free estimate today. Crandall Roofing has you covered. Well, that's it for this week's episode. It's an exciting slate of games coming up, so go check one out this weekend. Also, check out thepcfl.com for stats and info. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at thepcfl. If you're on Facebook, like our page and share the PCFL Show links. And last but not least, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That's youtube.com/PCFL Media. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.